All right, so let's call to order this special board meeting of August 4th, 2020, Lake Bluff Park District. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Beeler. No Beeler. Commissioner Greenfield.
Here.
Commissioner Lane.
Here.
Commissioner McHenry.
Here.
Commissioner Walsh.
Here.
Commissioner Weber.
Here.
President Mossberger.
Here. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Second, Weber.
Weber.
Roll call.
Commissioner Greenfield.
Yes.
Commissioner Lane.
Yes.
Commissioner McHenry.
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh.
Yes.
Commissioner Weber.
Yes.
President Mossberger.
Yes. Any visitors out there that would like to address the board? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. So Greg, I know that you sent me some wording for a motion.
Yes.
Do you need me to read that specifically or someone to read that?
Yeah, it would be somebody from the board. Just to give you some background, we do have a compliance issue that Tina discovered for me today. Something that came into effect since I was retired. I didn't know about it, but we have to post the compensation package for 6 days prior to approving a compensation package. So today we're going to have 2 motions, and then we'll revisit the employment contract at the regular meeting in August to ratify it and clean it up. So the first motion that we need somebody to make is a motion to appoint John Beeler as the executive director effective September 8th, 2020.
What was that date? September what?
8th,
September 8th.
2020,
Okay, thank you.
the Tuesday after Labor Day.
I move that we vote to appoint John Beeler as Executive Director of the Lake Bluff Park District effective September 8th, 2020.
A second. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Greenfield.
Yes.
Commissioner Lane.
Yes.
Commissioner McHenry.
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh.
Yes.
Commissioner Weber.
Yes.
President Mossberger.
Yes. Greg, can I just make the second motion? Or does a commissioner need to?
Typically, it's not the president that makes the motion, but you can if you'd like, if you've got it in front of you.
I have it in front of me, so why don't I just do it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to tentatively approve a draft employment agreement between the Lake Bluff Park District and John Beeler, and direct that the total compensation for the position be posted on the district website to comply with the requirements of the Illinois Open Meetings Act, with formal ratification of the agreement after the posting period ends.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Greenfield.
Yes.
Commissioner Lane.
Yes.
Commissioner McHenry.
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh.
Yes.
Commissioner Weber.
Yes.
President Mossberger.
Yes. So in August, Greg, if I understood all email correctly, in August then we will vote to ratify
Yes.
the agreement? Okay.
Yes, I sent out a subsequent email, which I copied you and Scott and Tina on, that we'll have it on the agenda.
Okay, great. All right, congratulations, everyone. We have an executive director.
So,
I know, that's great.
give this notice.
Took a lot of time and effort. I'm not sure who all that background noise is coming from. Is that Scott? It can't be Scott because he's on mute. There, it just left. Was that you, Nikki?
No, I'm at the Park District.
There was another phone that went on.
Someone phoning in. Yeah.
Okay.
Will John be able to give notice to Schiller Park now?
Yes,
Correct.
I'm gonna call him once we are off this call, and then he will give notice tomorrow morning.
that was the importance of having this meeting tonight so that he could give us 30 days and still start with us on the 8th of September. Yep. Okay, so back to the agenda, which I need to find again. So the second new business item, sorry. Okay, the signage. Who wants to start? I know that this is a hot button for Corey. There you are. You're on mute though.
Actually, well, Nikki actually brought it to my attention, and
Nice deflect.
She keeps doing that.
yeah, I'm getting
Interesting.
better at this. But anyways, so yeah, Nikki brought it to my attention. I second every comment she had to make about it. She basically, and I won't speak as if Nikki said a thing to me. I'll tell you that I think it's excessive. I've always believed in everything in moderation. It made me, when I went to look at it after Nikki mentioned it, and I had several different, I'm playing softball now, so I'm seeing quite a few residents every Tuesday and Thursday night. To me, it made it look as if there was a problem. And I was asked if there was a problem on the village green, or if there were groups gathering that weren't supposed to be, or were they planning for something to be happening. And the only group I know that gathers for anything on the green, to my knowledge, was, obviously the farmer's market and Tom Dickelman's. And somebody who attends Tom Dickelman said, do you think they're trying to send a message that they don't want them showing up? And I said, I don't think so. I said, to my knowledge, Jim made a comment. Jim Lakeman said when he was asked by Drew, he had the impression, the way Drew described it, is that they were small signs that looked like yard signs. So
Right.
when they went up, he was surprised that there were 22 of them, and surprised at the size of them. And we all agreed that it was like overkill. And that's what I've heard. The comments I've heard are, wow. I mean, somebody said, that property, it's not our property, but right next to the middle school, there's 3 signs in one piece of property. So I kind of thought, well, either we get rid of them, or we maybe put one, like you made that comment, Chris, maybe, one at an entrance, or one here, one there, but 22 is excessive.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think that the process here was definitely broken.
Mhm.
And, some of that is on us for, we don't have an executive director. We didn't vet this the way that we should vet it. I am not, putting this on Jim at all. This is not Jim's fault in any way. But I think the fact that we didn't have an executive director probably contributed to the fact that we didn't have any voice in the design, size, appearance, or placement of these signs, most of which were put on our property. So of the, call it 30 signs, that the village designed and manufactured, 5 of them show up on village property, 22 of them are on Park District property. Definitely, something that Drew should have made a bigger point, I feel, of reaching out to us, knowing that we didn't have an executive director, maybe reaching out to me or somebody else on the board, getting our review of the sign before 22 of them went up on our property. I definitely don't think that we should be taking all the signs down. I mean, and you're not suggesting that, Corey. I think the signs do serve a purpose, but I do think it's overkill. And I find it interesting that the place where I see people congregating the most, because I happen to congregate at the brewery, is by the gazebo and on the village green. There are 2 signs on that entire parcel of property both of them sitting over by the gazebo. None of them at the kind of entrances to the village green, yet they felt a need to put them at all the entrances to, you know, Artesian and Blair Park. And so I definitely think that we could still be good citizens and cooperate in the efforts, but probably eliminate some of the signs. And by eliminate, I think we should take them down and just give them back to the village. And if they want to put up more signs on their property, so be it. Now, exactly which signs and where, I haven't gone through all that analysis. And to be honest, I really don't care to. I don't know if anyone has a strong opinion on, you know, where we think there's overkill. You know, we've got 3 and 4 signs up in most of our parks. We can probably have 1 or 2 signs in all of those parks. But I don't know which signs, you know, should go, which signs should stay. I don't know who wants to take the lead on this and make that determination. But I'm in favor of, you know, eliminating some of the signs, but not all of the signs.
I
Nikki,
agree.
I cut you off a long time ago, Nikki.
No, you're fine. I agree. I'm glad you said all that. I agree with everything that both of you guys had to say. The thing that kind of bums me out the most, because I don't disagree with the signs, I just don't like the messaging on them, the way it's messaged. It doesn't seem very park district friendly. It doesn't seem very Lake Bluff town friendly. They're kind of scary looking. You know, I think, you know, the messaging and the pictures could have been much different. I don't think we should take down all the signs either. You know, I don't think we want to get in that kind of a, you know, deal against the village and, you know, or anything like that. But I think like the top of the beach, there's 3 in, like you walk like 10 feet and there's 1, 2, 3, you know, like there's certain places where I do feel like it's overkill.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, Nikki, I'd be more than happy, like you and me could kind of walk around, take a walk one day and
Great.
kind of pick out like signs that we think are in like a good spot. That one sign I want to get rid of for the Rices, I feel sorry. It's like you're pulling into their driveway and every day they have to look
For
at
sure.
that big sign. I wouldn't be happy if I were them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that sign for sure I'd want to get rid of.
And I don't ever see people gathering really in that park, you know, like large
Correct.
groups.
Way
No,
more of it by the gazebo.
For sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think we should get rid of, I haven't seen any crowds at Sunrise Park. I think every sign in Sunrise Park could come down.
Yeah. And keep the one, maybe one of the ones at the top of the beach.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah, so if you guys want to, if you guys are willing to take on that effort, that would be great. And why don't you just let no one know which signs, you know, we're recommending to take out? No, is that okay? You or your crew could remove, collect, and then maybe just, you know, send back to the village in a nice way?
Of course. Yep.
And then I'll
Bow
communicate
around
with
them.
you. Yeah. Maybe we put them all in Drew's yard.
I like that. Maybe we could drill a hole in them and we could use them for the softball or the t-ball, the wiffle ball tournament, Nikki.
Wiffle ball, there you go.
If you'd like, I just
communicate with Drew and let him know that we talked about it tonight, that we're not taking all the signs out, but we are going to thin the herd a little bit, and we are going to selectively remove some signs.
Yeah, thin the herd, and then just in the future that it is a park district ordinance that any signage is voted at the board level.
He is aware of that now, but again, I think that was on us. I don't think that's a Drew mistake.
No, I don't think it's anyone's mistake. I think exactly what you said. I think it just fell through the cracks, you know?
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed. Anyone else with any opinion on that, or can we just bury this and be done?
I'm good.
Excellent. All right. I think that's all we had for tonight. I love 18-minute meetings or whatever that's been.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
All right. Thanks, everybody, for taking the time. So we need a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Motion to adjourn. Oh.
Second. You can have one of those or all of them.
And from Lane. And And then roll call, please. Sorry, Marcia, you're muted.
Must be on mute.
Yep. Commissioner Greenfield,
Yes.
Commissioner Lane,
Yes.
Commissioner McHenry,
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Commissioner Weber,
Yes.
and President Mossberger.
Yes.